What's up, people? You're back. You want to be entertained. Thanks for following my channel. By the way, topic today is something they don't want to tell you. Who is they? I'm talking about the casinos, the slot machine manufacturers. In case you didn't know, it's not like the back in the day where the casinos would actually own the slot machines, maintain them. They would just buy them for a certain price, pay off the slot manufacturer. That's it, other than possibly them doing some maintenance and that kind of stuff. It was it. Casinos were in control. They made the money, they paid the money, they lost the money. You know, that's how it worked. Nowadays, it's not quite like that. A lot of the slot machines you see, manufacturers like IGT is one of the big ones. There's a few other ones out there as well. I don't know all the names of them, but you get the idea. Basically what happens is they get into a deal where the slot machine, video game, any of the machines you see in a casino, basically they're made by the slot manufacturer, and they're kind of like on a lease basis, almost like rented, or I don't know the exact contract, but basically the casino don't own them. So those manufacturers of the slot machine, they're getting a residual in percentage of all the losing money into that slot machine. So they're getting paid. If you notice the machines getting real fancy with all the DVD animations, video, all that, you know, that's something, you know. Now they still have to pay for, say, like Wheel of Fortune. They have to pay some royalties and like that for the theme, but they're making enough money that it all goes around. But here's the part that I didn't just recently found this out. I was playing at one of the casinos on the slot machine, and it was the Wheel of Fortune. To me, I'm calling it the Wheel of Torture and the Wheel of Misfortune. And what I mean is, the jackpot on my particular machine, it was a quarter denomination credit. I was playing anywhere from, you could play anywhere from 1 to 10 credits. I fell between the 7 and 10 credit mark per spin because it would give me the option to enter into their gold spin, which actually gave you a shot for the big jackpot amount that you saw across the board. But basically, outside of that, let me move myself up over here. Outside of that, if you were to hit that jackpot, I looked on the machine, it had a disclaimer, right where you put your card and you enter the money and that kind of stuff. And you know what this disclaimer said? Is if the jackpot was won, if you hit the jackpot, you're not going to get all your money at once. And I was shocked to say, like, you see 100, 110,000. What's happening is they're going to pay you in installments. And it literally says 20 years installments, 20 equal payments during 20 years. So $100,000, if we even it out, over 20 years, that's $5,000 a year. That's chump change. I won't be playing that machine. I don't play slot machine for a $5,000 jackpot, $10,000. If it don't say over $100,000 or $1 million, I normally don't play it. Now, because it is a progressive, means it's tied into other casinos that offer that same game. And what happens is it helps them to artificially stimulate the jackpot higher because it's grabbing a little bit from each casino that machine's being played at the time. So the increments are constantly going up, which is kind of a good thing. But when you win and you want your money, it ain't happening. Gosh, $5,000 over 20 years, that ain't even with the tax. So let's say, I mean, you're paying $1,000 tax, 20% tax, 24 is going to leave you with just under $4,000. It ain't worth it for me. And they quietly not telling you this because they're too busy flashing the big jackpot amount across the top of the machine. Sounds familiar? That's how a lot of the state lotteries work. As a matter of fact, they all work like that. Is they advertise amount that it's really not, and if you win it, they at least give you the option to get a lump sum or the annuity. So recently, don't know if you heard this story, I just found it out when I was looking up information about this installment payment plan on progressive slot machines at casinos, at least here in the United States. There was this 96-year-old man that he actually hit a progressive jackpot. I believe it was the Wheel of Fortune, and he was 96 years old. Guess how they did him? That day he left with $6,000 of his winnings. You know that guy ain't gonna see the last of that money. He may only got a few years. I mean, I hope he lived longer than that. But so now you're seeing that the slot machines and the casinos are not paying that money out, and they have a chance to still win that money from future play. So when they make that amount up, where is it? Where's that money? Why can't it be paid out? Something to think about. Another thing I heard is if you happen to win one of those progressive jackpots or big payout, casino that let me know what's going on is they don't pay you right away. You have to normally wait a few hours. They were telling me that the guy flies in from Las Vegas to come to verify the winnings, and he comes with the money. So the casinos, they're not on the hook for the money at all. Small jackpots, yes, but the big ones, it ain't their problem, man. So think again, think hard before you start playing those big slot machines. And for me, if it's not a big slot machine, it ain't worth playing. You know, just like the big lotteries, the Mega Millions and the Powerball. You know, if it's not a big jackpot, I know I got a slim chance of winning, but I'm thinking if the stars line up and everything is just right, and that day happens to be my special day, I want to get paid. I don't want that little win here, pay here, little by little, like a buy here, pay here. Shit, not for me. I'd love to know what your opinion about this. Have you or somebody you know hit one of those slot machine progressive jackpots and they offered you to pay you in installments? What would you do? I want my money, man. Don't play with my money. That's my attitude. Love to hear your comments. Please, as always, like, share, and subscribe. And we'll bring you all this kind of content. Various, John the Driver. Peace. I'm out.